A woman walked through immigration with a passport from a country no map can find. She claimed to be from Torenza, a nation that doesn't exist. Customs officers froze. Cameras rolled. The world watched. But was it real, or the most convincing hoax of the AI era? This is the woman with the illegal passport. The Torenza Crime Case, truth, lies, and identity cracked open. The viral arrival. It begins with a video. A clip posted to TikTok and shared across X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube shows a woman at JFK Airport. She presents a passport labeled Republic of Torenza. She speaks calmly, even confidently, when border officers question her. The passport is sleek. The stamps appear real. The holograms, the biometric chips, the visuals look legit. The subtitle reads, "Authorities stunned. Where is Torenza?" Viewers around the world paused. Comments exploded. This can't be real. Or is it? And for days, millions watched the video, rewound, zoomed in, screenshot, trying to catch the lie. But official records tell another story. No airport authority, no immigration agency, no government statement has confirmed that any such event occurred. www.ndtv.com. Multiple fact-checkers concluded the video is extremely likely AI-generated or fabricated. Malwa tips forums. Still, the narrative is powerful. In an age when identity is digital, the idea that someone could walk through an airport with a passport from nowhere touches a nerve. From legend to viral fantasy. Why Torenza? The name itself evokes a kind of believable illusion. It doesn't sound wildly alien. It could fit in with nations in the Balkans, the Caucasus, or small island states, making it plausible to the uncritical eye. And in media reports, the video is often linked to the old urban legend of the man from Taured, a popular but unverified story about a traveler with a passport from a non-existent country in the 1950s. International Business Times UK. In many ways, Torenza is myth reborn in the AI era. When the JFK video went viral, social media lit up. Memes, conspiracy threads, tone-shifted clips. Some hailed it as proof of parallel universes. Others saw government cover-ups. The video became a nexus of fascination, fear, and confusion. Even news outlets began to treat it like breaking news, running stories, asking questions. But as they dug deeper, the evidence crumbled. No passenger record, no airport logs, no credible witness or official confirmation. At Mathrubumi. Still, the footage persists on social media, in altered versions, rotated, cropped, remixed, appearing again and again as if proof. It's not just a video. It's a digital ghost. Spotting the red flags. To unravel this, fact-checkers and analysts examined frame by frame. They found subtle anomalies. The hologram reflections flicker unnaturally, sometimes bending in ways real holograms don't. Malwa tips forums. The background appears reused. The airport hall images match stock footage used in other unrelated travel videos. Malwa tips forums. The passport stamps include cities from countries that don't exist or don't issue stamps in that design. No official state or immigration agency ever confirms that Torenza is real. It doesn't exist in ICAO, UN, or any registry. Gulf News. One major fact-checking platform, Grok, an AI-powered fact-check, declared the video 100% fake. Malwa tips forums. Airport officials at JFK and U.S. Customs have denied any record of Torenza passports or such an event. Gulf News. And yet, the video continues to be reposted. Some versions even add breaking news banners, official logos, or subtitles in multiple languages, blurring fiction and journalism. A crime or a thought experiment? If the passport had been real, the implications would be massive. Identity fraud, border security breach, and perhaps hidden networks of conspirators. But in this case, the crime is more subtle. Misinformation, manipulation, and the erosion of trust. The woman with the Torenza passport, whether real or AI, becomes a symbol. In a world where images can be faked, what happens when we can't trust what we see? How does a society protect itself when digital illusion becomes indistinguishable from reality? The investigation. Who made the video? The video that started it all didn't appear on a major news site, or even a recognizable TikTok account. It came from a faceless username at EyesOfTruth24. No bio. No followers. No history. Just one upload, a 1-minute, 37-second clip titled, "Woman at JFK Caught with Passport from Country That Doesn't Exist." Within hours, the account vanished. But the damage was already done. The birth of a viral illusion. Digital forensics analysts at multiple fact-checking organizations, including Logically AI, Bellingcat, and AFP Fact Check, began tracing the upload history through metadata reconstruction. The earliest verifiable copy of the Torenza clip appeared on a Telegram channel known for posting deepfake, mystery content. The file carried a hidden EXIF tag, render time, 5 minutes and 41 seconds, suggesting it was rendered in a 3D engine rather than recorded on a camera. Analysts zoomed into frame 147. The woman's shadow didn't match the light source. Frame 205, a flicker in the officer's badge. Frame 811, the passport texture pixelated differently from the rest of the image. Someone had built the entire scene. But why? The shadow network. As journalists dug deeper, the mystery thickened. An open-source investigation led by a small cybercrime research group called Disproof Lab identified several online handles connected to the same visual fingerprints, identical color grading, identical AI voice-to-speech modulation, and the same background ambient sound, a low hum recording from a stock airport ambience file widely available online. All paths led to a cluster of accounts hosted on a Russian-based content farm operating under the domain real-news-hub.com, now defunct. The Torenza passport video wasn't an isolated hoax. It was one of dozens in a coordinated campaign built to test the limits of human and algorithmic detection, a misinformation laboratory. The footage had been engineered with precision. AI faces generated via diffusion models. Voice cloning mimicking customs dialogue. Fake reflections created with volumetric lighting software. And metadata obfuscation scripts wiping origin timestamps. The goal? To see how far a digital illusion could travel before someone called it fake. The search for the woman. But the public didn't know that. People wanted to believe she was real. Comment sections overflowed with speculation. She's an intelligence agent. She came from a parallel universe. It's part of Project Gateway. And then, an unexpected twist. A woman's photograph began circulating online, claimed to be the real Torenza traveler. Her name, Elena Vos, a supposed European linguist. Her photo was elegant, believable, and fake. AI forensics teams ran facial mapping checks on the photo. It showed telltale GAN artifacts, asymmetrical earrings, mismatched pupils, inconsistent hair strands. The woman didn't exist anywhere outside the viral ecosystem. Even her name, Elena Vos, traced back to a randomly generated alias used in a dataset of synthetic European identities created for AI training. This wasn't coincidence. It was orchestration. The analysts strike back. By now, major news outlets had caught on. BBC Verify, Reuters, and Snopes released synchronized reports concluding the video was fabricated using advanced AI tools to simulate human interaction. They cited lip-sync mismatches, lighting inconsistency, and non-existent ICAO code on the passport. ICAO equals International Civil Aviation Organization, which standardizes country codes. The code on the Torenza passport read, TZN. Real country codes go through strict registration. TZN belong to no nation, past or present. Still, the mystery refused to die. Deepfake creators had learned something from the exposure. Attention was currency. Every new debunk pushed the story further, feeding curiosity. And soon, the Torenza Woman evolved from a digital curiosity into a symbol of borderless identity, spreading through forums that mix conspiracy theories, AI hobbyists, and digital rights activists. The money trail. Cybercrime investigators uncovered another clue. A Bitcoin wallet linked to the earliest file hash of the video received small transactions from multiple addresses, each between $100 to $500. The funds came from user accounts in different countries, suggesting microdonations or testing. But one wallet stood out. It had previously been tied to a known darknet seller of synthetic video datasets, high-quality AI-generated human interactions used to train facial recognition systems. When authorities analyzed that trail, they discovered a disturbing connection. The same wallet had been associated with previous passport forgery tutorials sold through encrypted marketplaces. Now, the Torenza case was more than a viral prank. It was a proof of concept, a digital forgery showcase dressed as viral entertainment. The bigger picture. Interpol's Cyber Intelligence Division quietly opened an internal file, Operation Mirage. Its focus, not the woman, but the network behind her. Forensic data analysts believe the Torenza hoax may have originated as a collaboration between small independent AI creators and underground digital document fraud groups. Some intended it as art. Others saw commercial opportunity. But someone, or something, tied them together. According to leaked briefings, Operation Mirage identified at least 14 videos with similar signatures. High-fidelity AI renders mimicking border or security incidents, each claiming to show impossible identities, travelers from lost nations, alternate timelines, or classified projects. Every clip traced back to the same core aesthetic: cinematic realism, impossible geography, perfect chaos. The real crime. By the end of the investigation, journalists and analysts began to agree on one unsettling truth. The crime wasn't the fake passport, it was the collapse of certainty. In a world where AI can invent evidence, the line between fact and fiction no longer separates criminals from citizens, it separates believers from skeptics. As one analyst told The Guardian, Torenza wasn't a lie that fooled people, it was a mirror showing how easily we fool ourselves. And that's the heart of the mystery. The woman with the illegal passport never existed, yet she changed the way millions think about identity, trust, and truth. Transition into the web. But just as investigators thought they'd contained the hoax, something new appeared. A forum user on Reddit's r/deepwebops posted a new video file titled Torenza_002.mp4, leaked interrogation. It showed the same woman, same face, sitting in a dimly lit room, answering questions in perfect English. The caption read, "She's back. The return of the Torenza Woman, the deepfake evolution." 3 weeks after fact-checkers declared the Torenza Passport Woman video a confirmed hoax, the internet proved one thing: it's impossible to kill a good lie. On April 19, 2026, a new clip appeared online. A dimly lit room. A woman, the same woman, seated at a metal table, hands folded. Her face calm, her eyes fixed on someone off-camera. Subtitles appeared. They said Torenza doesn't exist. But I've been there. Within 6 hours, the clip reached 12 million views. And this time it looked real. The reappearance. Digital analysts quickly scrambled to dissect the footage. This wasn't a simple re-upload. The textures were sharper, the facial movements more natural, the lighting physics flawless. Every eye blink, micro-expression, and reflection was near perfect. AI experts at Open Forensics identified what they called a model cascade, meaning the deepfake had been trained on itself. Someone had taken the original hoax, fed it back into generative video models, refined it, and rebuilt a more believable version. The creator wasn't just reposting a fake, they were evolving it. One investigator said, "It's like watching a virus learn how to bypass the immune system of truth." The voice of a machine. Audio specialists at MIT's AI Ethics Lab ran a phonetic spectrum analysis on the woman's voice. The result was astonishing. Her tone and speech patterns fluctuated between 3 linguistic identities: Eastern European, American, and neutral British. That's not human inconsistency. It's AI synthesis drift, a digital voice generator compensating for missing data by averaging accents. In other words, the woman wasn't speaking. The machine was. Still, the performance was eerily human. When she said, "They created me to test your borders," a chill ran through even the most skeptical analysts. The misinformation economy. By the end of that week, The clip had spawned hundreds of reaction videos, conspiracy podcasts, and monetized YouTube breakdowns. Some claimed the woman was part of a government experiment. Others said she was an AI that escaped control. Every upload brought more traffic and more profit. On dark content marketplaces, sellers began offering Torenza AI character models, customizable avatars based on the viral woman's face. Her likeness became currency. She had gone from non-existent traveler to synthetic celebrity. Digital experts started calling it the Torenza effect. A self-sustaining cycle where AI-generated fakes fuel public outrage, which drives clicks, which feeds algorithms, which rewards creators, creating more fakes. It wasn't a conspiracy. It was a business model. The global response. In May 2026, the European Commission launched an emergency initiative, the Digital Provenance Act, a new global framework requiring all AI-generated media to carry a detectable watermark. Interpol's Operation Mirage pivoted from tracking the creators of the original video to building AI detection infrastructure. But for every watermark system introduced, new counter-algorithms appeared to erase them. By mid-year, experts estimated that 1 in every 7 viral videos online carried some level of AI manipulation. Truth had become negotiable. The final revelation. In late 2026, investigators uncovered the real breakthrough. The Torenza Woman's facial model wasn't created from scratch. It was trained on real biometric data stolen from government passport databases across multiple countries. In essence, she was a composite of hundreds of real people, a patchwork of digital faces stitched together to look familiar, trustworthy, and human. That's why she felt so real. Because she was made from us. The interview that never happened. Weeks later, a deepfake interview appeared on the dark web. The Torenza woman, speaking to an unseen journalist, said, "Torenza isn't fake. It's digital. A nation built from data. I'm just the first citizen." Experts say this was likely the work of the same anonymous collective that created the original hoax, now calling themselves the architects of Torenza, a direct nod to the earlier Torenza passport fraud operation. Their manifesto, leaked soon after, read, "In a world where countries define who you are, we define countries. Identity is ours to invent." The fade out. By the end of 2027, the Torenza woman disappeared again, her face banned, filtered, and watermarked by nearly every major platform. But her ghost remained. Even now, AI detection teams occasionally find fragments of her likeness embedded in new training datasets, silent pixels, recycled faces, spectral images. She became digital folklore, the first synthetic fugitive of the AI era. And her legacy endures in a single question. If reality can be forged, how do you prove who you are? The nation of ghosts. The Torenza case began with one fake passport. But it ended by exposing something far bigger, the fragility of truth itself. Governments once guarded borders made of land and law. Now, they defend borders made of data and belief. Somewhere in the digital archives, the Torenza woman still stares through a pixelated window, calm, confident, ageless, waiting for the next upload. And maybe that's the real warning. The next viral mystery won't just trick the eye. It'll trick the mind. Because the future of crime is no longer about breaking into systems. It's about breaking reality itself.